that sucks. We're going to grab the next one. I didn't watch any of this stuff beforehand. I just assumed it was going to be cray. But here we go. Oh, no.
It is cray.
Oh, no. All right. Whatever this is, we're probably going to be glued to it because it's probably going to not be creepy at all based on what we're seeing right here. Definitely not going to be creepy at all.
I'm already uncomfortable.
I think you're uncomfortable. That little girl doll is probably the most uncomfortable person in the world during this. And it's not even a real person.
She looks very forlorn.
That's not a doll. It's just a little girl who's been in the Sea Org for 2 years.
No. Oh, no.
Hello. Hello. Aviso. G. Dice que estamos avisando que Oliver Park.
I have so many jokes right now that I could do in the Dan Badandi voice that have to do with George Soros and Pizzagate, but it's so tough.
Okay, welcome back. So tonight,
Lucifer and Adrenochrome.
Our next short seminar on the subject of assist.
Spirit cooking. The subject is spirit cooking.
We went through a few from this, again, from this master book, the encyclopedia, the Scientology handbook. We're specifically taking up the subject of assists for injuries and illnesses. Okay, so in this particular segment, what we're covering is how a volunteer minister can learn vital tools, in this case, ones to bring about relief or speed up the recovery.
Just on the basic level of not making Scientology look hella creepy. They shouldn't have done that weird shit at the beginning with the little girl's voice. And they shouldn't just leave this doll here the whole time.
Little one foot is like turned a funky way in.
Yeah, they broke its legs and shit. That's what I'm saying. Like,
after a person has gotten injured or
like it's a doll. You didn't have to fucking kneecap it because it was like trying to get away.
We're going to go right into it. I'm not going to cover a lot of the principles that we went over yesterday. Some of you that are tuning in right now might be new to this. So what I recommend is that
I'm really new to this. It's just interesting. No,
if you're new to this, ignore the creepy ass looking doll next to me.
Assist for illnesses and injuries. It is the entire chapter from this book on this.
It turned its head and looked at him.
I will just go through the introduction of it.
That would be the creepiest thing to ever appear on the internet.
If it eventually told him to shut the fuck up, though, that would be amazing.
Okay, so people sometimes get hurt in the business.
Oh, no, I can't.
We all agree on that, right? So the human body is subject to disease, injuries, and various mishaps of accidental or intentional character. Throughout the ages, religion has attempted to relieve man's physical suffering. Methods have ranged from prayer.
Everybody's dying to know what's going to happen. Look.
And many superstitions arose to account for their.
I'm afraid to even skip any part of this. How long is this?
It has been commonly
it's
that man.
It's not bite sized, but it's less than a plateful.
Depending on his spiritual state and his mental state. Okay, so today medicine treats the body when there is something wrong with it, but it continuously overlooks and actually doesn't even touch on the fact that there is a relationship between the spiritual state of the person and the physical state of the person. And also that the recovery after somebody has gone through a trauma, been sick, gone into an...
Change the name of the stream to what do you think is going to happen with the doll?
How thoroughly he will recover has a lot to do with his mental state, his emotional state, okay? So L. Ron Hubbard developed numerous applications of his discoveries for the mental and spiritual aspects of a person's physical difficulties. And as more and more techniques evolved, a new body of technology came into use, and we call this the assist, okay? The way assists can be applied are almost limitless. They always help and often have miraculous results.
No, they don't have miraculous results.
A wide range of conditions, and several of the most basic and commonly used ones are found right in this chapter of this book. And yesterday we touched on one called the touch assist. Today we're going to go over one called the nerve assist, okay? So we're going to
Don't assist my nerves.
Dolls where they keep all the release
Here's a
thetans.
couple of things that we'll cover.
We got funny people in the chat
It's extremely
today.
important to stress the fact that if a person gets injured, you obviously want to handle first aid. That's clear. And the assist technology that I'm covering here and that is contained in this material does not replace medicine.
Hey, I got to go get another beer, but if anything weird happens with the doll, you have to tell me. I'm leaving at 4 minutes and 15 seconds into the video.
Also known
Okay.
that in order to have full recovery of the person, you have to address the emotional state of the person and the spiritual part of himself. In Scientology, that's been proven time and time again. And when both are done in conjunction, therapy or the address to the spiritual part of man after an illness or an accident, you get rapid recovery and oftentimes miraculous and very complete recovery. Okay? Okay, so here we go. So
I like how they don't believe in God, but they use the term miraculous.
Scientology is one which can straighten joints and the spine. This is called the nerve assist. Chiropractic spinal adjustments is
Oh no, chiropractor. Don't do chiropractor on that doll. That doll's creepy, but don't.
Time and time again. The nerve assist was actually developed as a favor to chiropractors, and many of the chiropractors around the world who are familiar with this actually use it after what they do in adjustments. Okay, in our theory, it is the nerves that hold the muscles tense, which then hold the spine out of place. Okay,
No, that's not how any of this works.
Big nerves which run down.
I don't know anything about this, but I know that's not how it works.
Out from the spine across the sides and the shoulders and the back. These 12 nerves branch out into smaller nerve channels and then the nerve endings.
Case Edmond,
Muscles.
I'd be willing to take you up on a little discussion about that, but you got to wait until after 11. Okay, so either hang out and make fun of Scientology until then, or come back later.
Such a shock should dissipate, but seldom it does.
Fucking A, this shit's crazy, by the way. What's going to happen with the doll?
What's going to happen with the doll?
And with an impact, a surge of energy starts down the nerve channels. Then from the small ends of the nerve channels, the energy surge reverses. And the result is a bulge of energy, which stops midway through the nervous channel. This gives
like, no, none of this
standing wave.
I feel like I'm keenly pointing out the obvious by saying that what he's talking about is bullshit.
The nerve
but-
assist
Yeah.
consists of gently releasing the standing waves in the nervous channels of the body, improving communication.
Told you that's not a doll. That's a fucking little girl from the Sea Org.
Relief. Principle that we're covering here tonight on the nerve assist. And if you do Google, or if you do go on the internet and search for the involvement of the volunteer ministers in different disaster sites, you will
You're not
No.
allowed to. You're not allowed to go on Google or the internet.
Do not
Sure, in
get help
Scientology.
from Scientology's volunteer ministers.
Okay,
It's not worth it. Unless they have money, take their money and then run. They have a song about that.
I know that's called
American Girl doll cult. No, it's another kind of cult. This is Scientology. Yeah, sure.
Learn how to do this. It's very simple. It has about 7 steps.
Yeah, see?
You're not
Yellow clothes.
That was a good idea to name it. We got some jokes now.
Again, you know,
Right.
I've been at
Some new faces or new screen names.
I learned how to do
Hey,
it
follow. You'll like it around here.
8 or 9 years old, and I was able to help my friends, my brothers, even my parents with it when it was necessary. Okay, and I obviously received lots of it, and it's one of my favorite ones. Okay, so we have some. Oh, we
About
have
15
some-
minutes left of this. We got to find out what's going to happen with the doll.
Welcome to the seminar, Melissa, Scientology, Bogota, Jose, Marcy, Diana, Oliver, Parker, Peter. Welcome to the seminar. Thank you for making it. Okay, good. So here we go. We're going to cover the procedure now. Okay. Now I have a couple of things here with the amazing help of my assistant. We have an illustration that shows the back.
Did the doll draw that? Is that what he's saying?
Okay, from the
Yeah.
and then you have the front side. Okay? This little circle that you see above here, this is a rough representation of the spiritual part of the spirit. Okay? Again, we can't.
Check this out. They did it live on Facebook. I know most people on Twitch don't have a Facebook, but like the real fucking crazy fucking people go live on Facebook. Everybody's on there, and this was live on Facebook. Wait, what's going on in the comments? Is anybody talking about the doll? I'm gonna unmaximize this. Do you think? And or I'm gonna unfull screen this. Do you think anybody's even mentioning the doll?
I don't think there's anybody in the.
There's only
There's
No.
nobody in the comments. I got 19 likes.
7 more than 12. Or 12 of them likes. Let's look. 13 of them. All right, whatever. There's nothing in the comments. If Loon Alert could push Facebook Lives to the Couch Gang, we would be legendary in Couch Gang. Anyway, here we go.
Ignore the fact that
what's going to happen with the doll?
The spiritual being has something to do with the rate of recovery of your body and the importance of that. Okay, and then over here to my right, we have a dummy. Okay, we're going to call him.
That's not nice. She's just a little girl in the Sea Org.
She's just quiet.
Okay, good.
That doesn't mean dumb.
Have the person
trying to say something about blondes.
Bed or a cot. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that here.
Melissa Pete says, I was late. What are we covering? I see the handbook up there.
Yes, okay, so Pete, what we're covering is the next on the subject of assist technology. This specifically is called the.
Just bent her leg back into shape, though. That was nice of him.
It is, the nervous assist is a type of assist which is capable of helping straighten out joints in the spine. Okay? It was originally developed for chiropractors, and the ones that are familiar with this, many of them across the world actually use it. Chiropractic will do its adjustment, but the spine and other joints tend to go out of place again and again and require further adjustments.
I love our chat.
But it has been found that
I love you guys.
It can help a person retain his structure and shape. Okay, so I'm now illustrating the points step by step as clearly as possible, so that this is clear to you all. And again,
this is now more creepy, but only because
I can't with our stream and our title and everything. With it, it's
takes the desire to help and courage, but also the knowledge of how. So what we're covering here tonight, and the purpose of all these seminars that is to give you the know-how and encourage you that yes, you can. Beyond that, you're more than welcome to check our link, the ScientologyVolunteerMinisters.org, so that you can see what it would require for you to actually participate as a volunteer. Okay? Okay, so we're carrying on. So first step is to have the person lie down, face down, on a cot or on a bed. Okay? So this is now done. Okay. Now, then with your 2 index fingers. Okay.
Oh no! Is this something you can't show on Twitch?
The spine, very rapidly, but not very forcefully. Okay, this action is repeated the first time and then twice over, so a total of 3 times. So let me illustrate this a little bit here.
Imagine if you were watching this on mute.
Okay. So this is the spine. So you have your index fingers, and you want to stroke down.
Somehow it would be creepier if he wasn't talking. Yeah.
Spine on either side. You do it fairly rapidly, not very forcefully. So we do it once.
Why don't we get the QAnon people to think that fucking Scientology's in on the fucking thing and that this video is all code words and shit?
That's 3 times down on either side.
And even if we could, it would be totally immoral to do that.
2, reverse your original action.
We might still should
Moving
though.
The same channels with your 2 fingers back up this spine. This is done 3 times. So it's exactly the same, but in the reverse direction. So we finish step 1, and then we go from the bottom.
Like if you were just tuning in and you had it muted for a second and you like.
3rd time.
And the title says, "What do you think's gonna happen to the dog?"
Good. So that's cover step 1 and step 2. That's the spine. Okay. Now, step 3. With your fingers spread fan-like. Okay?
Why do the people in the image have halos?
Channels using both hands at the same
angels?
time. Okay.
I don't know. They're holding hands too.
Oh, that's nice.
Stroking it like this. Working your way down the spine.
Probably afraid for what's going to happen to the doll. Holding hands for comfort.
I will try to demonstrate here with Mary. Hopefully this is, you can see it.
This is donut thief in the escape.
So you have your fingers spread out fan-like, and you go ahead and do it. Okay? Good. So
That's it.
stroke away from the spine and then to the sides of the body, following the nerve
The
channels.
Couch Gang would have lost their shit with this, right?
The nerve channels, okay?
Oh man.
You want it from the spine, and you want to do it outward. Okay, from the top of the spine, fan it all the way down to the bottom of the back. Okay. Good. So you work the whole back that way. When you've done that, you do it 2 more times. So again, 3 times. Okay. So we'll go back to Mary here. So do it. Fan-like motion. That's once. We repeat it exactly the same. That's 2 times, and then we do it the 3rd time. Perfect. Okay, so that completes that. Okay, so step 4.
The weirdest fucking thing we've ever watched on stream. Fucking for sure.
Back up the spine.
I'm sad that Hunter isn't here.
This is
He would have
weird.
loved this.
Now you reverse it towards the spine. Okay.
Yeah, Scientology volunteer minister. You see that right there? And any fucking disaster, run.
And you reverse the motions. Reverse the
Guys, she's dead.
So that's 1 time, and then you repeat it. 1 time, and then you do it the 3rd time.
Hey, you're fucking up the shot.
Okay, so that completes that step. As we go along, if you have any questions,
I'm trying to figure out how to turn it off because this is weird.
interactive seminar. So go ahead, pose your questions, any points of clarification. Feel free to ask.
Just checking comments. Are they using a laptop?
Okay.
I mean, I guess they would have to be, right?
So that completes those steps.
I don't know, they could have a
The next
desktop
step
computer or
is
a phone or
have
something.
The person turn over so he is lying face up.
But it is widescreen, so yeah, it's not your phone. It's not a phone.
Please turn over, please. Okay. Thank you.
So weird.
Okay, good. So, using both hands, continue to parallel the nerve channels around to the front of the body. Okay? So we're going to again do the fan-like motion of working up the nerve channels of the person. All right? So,
This fucking foot turned the fucking side.
okay, so when the person is turned around,
That fucking movie, what was that movie?
all the way to the
Where
front
she fucking
of the
hit the-
chest.
What was that movie?
Okay,
They did that to
nerves
her.
actually end right around here.
I don't even remember the name of that movie.
Illustration, they don't go all the way across the front of the person's chest or the abdomen. Okay, so when the person is facing up and you're reversing the stroke motions, you actually do it from the back and you reach towards the sides, which is like right around here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and repeat this.
Is he trying to tell Scientologists how to get to second base?
Start from the top, you reach from the back, and you go towards the front. Just
Snapping pictures of this. Oh no, I would not be snapping pictures of this.
No. Oh, I mean, unless it's to put in this guy's fucking file for the next time he gets audited.
2 more times, so a total of 3 times.
Yeah, this is fucking
Twice.
way weird.
3rd time. Great. Okay, so that's that step. Okay, so the following step after this is simply this. Reverse the direction of the same nerve channels. Okay, so just like how we did it on the back, we did going out and then going back up. So when the person flips around, we just went through that step. Now we reverse the motion. So we grab from the sides and go towards the back. Again, your fingers, in a fan-like shape. You do that. So that was once, and then you repeat it 2 more times. It's pretty simple. It's 3. The cycle.
You blackmail the shit out of fucking Scientology with like, what the fuck is this?
3rd.
Like,
So that completes
how long ago was this posted?
with your hands.
Like days ago.
Now,
Here, let's find out.
To conclude, we have the next step.
You know,
And
fucking
then
10
it's
days ago.
to now stroke down the arms and legs. Okay.
And
No,
people
no.
are just roasting this shit everywhere.
The arms arms, you would say
Nobody's making fun of this anywhere.
so.
Nobody's making fun of this anywhere.
Very, very simply. Once, twice, and 3 times. And then we do the other.
Yeah, nobody's making fun of this yet. We're on the frontier of making fun of this.
The 3rd time. And then we do the legs. Once. Normally, this is not stated in there, but you will find beneficial if the shoes were removed.
Why would you put shoes on the doll just because this to take them off?
Third time, and then once, twice, and 3rd time. Okay. So what we just went through
Was the creepiest thing I've seen in a long time.
of a complete cycle. Okay, it's 7 steps in total. So that completes it. That is not usually the end of it. At this point, you repeat the procedure. It says, this procedure is continued until the person has come to realization and experienced some relief and has very good indicators. Okay, indicators is a term that we defined at last seminar, and these are literally the indications that you have. You want good indicators. You want a relief of pain. You want a condition getting better. You want pain dissipating, the person being happier. These sort of things. These are indicators, okay? So this procedure is continued until the person has a realization or expressed some relief and has very good indicators.
Never going to happen with that person.
Experienced a bone going into place, often accompanied by a dull popping sound. Now that's amazing, but that actually does happen. Right? Person who experienced it numerous times, both receiving this assist and also administering the assist. So it says he may
I want to see the doll give him the assist now.
Going into place, often accompanied by a dull popping sound. At this point, the nervous cyst should be ended off for that session. Okay, the nervous cyst should be repeated daily until all of the standing waves are released. Okay, so when we've completed the full cycle, we say, great, turn over please. She does so. Great. And then you begin all over again. In this case, with the 2 index fingers, and you go through the full procedure all the way through. Okay? Good. Now, I'm going to take any particular questions here. This is a little.
Oh man, I wish we were in there I wish we were there live to ask some questions. Be like, did you buy the doll a drink?
Like, did you get dating tips from Bill Cosby?
Covering the nervous system. So, any questions? Open floor. Any comments? Feel free to originate right now.
There's no comments, dude. Nobody watched your shit, which is a fucking crying shame.
I think we should call Pete. He's our
Yeah,
Instagram
let's do it.
friend.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Pete, we're gonna call you.
What? Can you go to the comments?
Okay, Pete, let me
I
know
mean,
when
I
you're
could.
there. I can't hear you.
There are 2.
Tomorrow, and we're going to probably cover a few more days seminars on a few of these different assists. I want to actually cover the ones that are the most easily applicable ones, the ones that are easiest to learn. Not that there's any of them that are extremely complicated, but obviously
That dude's put Dan Badandi in a fucking Easter basket.
Otherwise, I do want to show you some of the more applicable ones that you can learn fast and go into immediate application.